And in case of the table topic session, so the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. I'll be showing the green slide at the end of 1 minute, amber slide at the end of 1 minute and 30 seconds, and red slide at 2 minutes. So again, the speaker has 30 seconds more to wrap up the speech. And in case the speaker is outside the time limits, including the buffer that is allowed, the speaker would be disqualified from voting. At the end of the session, when called upon by the general evaluator, I'll present my timing report. That's
Ashwin,
all for now.
Ashwin, can you highlight the time available to the dedicated evaluators and the tag team?
Okay, so for the evaluators and the tag team, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you. And
Okay.
by any chance, if the screen cannot be seen, will you be making some sound just because quite often speakers may be in their flow and they may miss out seeing the screen, or there may be some technical issues. Are you
Yes.
proposed to like speak or something?
Yes. So when I shift the slides to green, so I'll mention, just utter the word green. When I shift to amber, I'll just say amber. And when I shift to red, I'll just say red. So speakers, please note that as well.
Thank you, Ashwin, for a detailed clarification as a timer. Now I move to the R counter. The R counter for today is Toastmaster Ashwini Madhu. So may I request Ashwini Madhu to explain the importance of R counter?
Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, Ashwini.
Yes. Good evening, Toastmasters. Myself, Toastmaster Ashwini Madhu. Today, I will be your counter. As an R counter, my responsibility will be to have a count on CRPF words. C for the crutch words, R for the repeated words, P for the pauses, the irregular pauses that will be made, and F for the filler words that is being used by the speakers. That is it from my end. Once the speech is done, at the end, I'll give the report.
Thank you, Ashwini.
Thank you.
Now I'm requesting Fidel, who is the grammarian for today's meeting, explain the importance of as a grammarian and also highlight the word of the day.
Thank you so much. My role as a grammarian is to help everyone who speaks today in this meeting to improve in their use of the English language. My job is to pay particular attention to pronunciation of words as well as grammar and grammar errors. And at the end of the meeting, I will give a report of places where the different speakers could pay attention to in terms of improving how they speak and how they use the English language. Part of that is helping people to grow in their vocabulary. And because of that, we have the word of the day for the meeting today. The word of the day is avant-garde. Avant-garde means, and I've put it there in the chat on the side, it means, give me 1 second to pull it up from the agenda. Avant-garde means new and experimental ideas and methods in art, music, or literature. He has been called a promoter of the avant-garde. So I'd like to encourage all the speakers today in terms of prepared speeches and table topics and evaluations to please try and incorporate this word avant-garde so that we can be really avant-garde in our use of vocabulary in this meeting. And that initiates my role this evening.
Thank you for explaining word of the day. Do you think my dress is avant-garde today?
It's very avant-garde. It works. I love it.
When I saw the today, I said I should do something new, something out of the place. Thank you. So with this, I'm now handing it over to the TMOD of the day, Toastmaster Srinu. So as and when he calls me for the evaluation, I'll give my report along with my team. since I was also the presiding officer and I'm also a lawyer by profession. So as they say, a judge cannot judge himself. So only for the role of presiding officer, I have requested Bharat all the way from Hong Kong to give his evaluation about my role as a presiding officer. I hope, Bharat, that is okay with you. Otherwise, all the other evaluation will continue as per the normal Toastmasters practice.
Hello. I would be leaving office in another 15-20 minutes. So I won't be on the phone. I will switch my meeting to the phone, and I'll try to do whatever best I can. I already put this, and do reply my message on the chat. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So over to Toastmaster of the day, Srinu Babu.
Thank you, Milind and team. These Toastmasters are real event gods because people are stuck at home, but still they never stop their meetings. Okay, today we are meeting across the globe. If this COVID-19 is not there, maybe we never innovative this much way. Okay, yeah. Let's jump into our first segment of this today's meeting. Stage is set. Now, I would like to request first evaluator, Toastmaster Chinmay, to read out the guidelines for the first speaker.
My target speaker, Toastmaster Mayu, is finishing his first speech, L1, P2, Evaluation and Feedback, title, Fitness in the Time of COVID-19. Time, 5 to 7 minutes. Title, Fitness in the Time of COVID-19. Over to Toastmaster Mayu.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chinmay.
Thank you. Thank you, Chinmay.
Thank you.
Coming to the speaker, he just joined 1 month back, but now he is a most helpful person in the club, and he is most energetic and vibrant personality. He is very committed because now he is taking multiple roles in same meeting, and he learned so many things in this COVID-19 situation, and here he want to share with you what he learned in this situation. This speaker, he is going to tell hello. Yeah. Fitness in time of COVID-19. Fitness in time of COVID-19 by Toastmaster Mayur. Mayur, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chinmay. So, what are all my fellow Toastmasters doing themselves to fit, keeping themselves to fit in during this lockdown period? Yeah. So you can start with push-ups or squats, or you can do brisk walk like this, or you can run at home at one place. So you can start with 10 to 20 push-ups and squats. Why health is crucial for everyone's life? Because why? Because health and fitness give mental peace, and physical activity and exercise can reduce the risk of many diseases like cardiovascular diseases, control blood pressure, and even cancer and diabetes can be avoided. So, my dear friends, if you start doing regular health physical activities, this will help you a lot in long run, and it have long-term benefits. I remember once when I was 17-year-old, I was growing like a sugar cane and was a very tall guy. That time I didn't have any mass on my body. So one day my dad told me, so why don't you join a gym. So I started going to the gym, and whenever I used to come back after the gym, I felt so tired. So I usually, after coming from the gym, I felt very tired, and I usually sleep a lot. Within a few months, I didn't like that, and I left the gym. After few years, again I tried to work on myself and started going to the gym. So that keeps me to keep myself fit and perfect in shape, so that I can be physically active and stress free. This will definitely help everyone. And most of us during this period usually used to play games or any sport, but we are not able to do anything. So I would suggest, even in this period, I am regularly doing my health, my fitness regime, and I am doing body weight exercise for myself. And to get mentally fit, I am even doing 5 to 10 minutes of meditation as well. Why meditation is required? Because meditation is important. We used to do physical activity, but not mental activity. This will balance our body in both ways. Since many of us most of us are working from home, and our other family members are doing other house chores. So if you can't able to do any physical activity, why don't you help your family member in doing house chores such as mopping floor, washing dishes, or laundry? This not only help you in doing some physical activities, but this also helps your family member to reduce burden on only one person. So, and we to keep ourselves fit, very most important thing, not only physical exercise or meditation, food is food play a very crucial role in our life. So to keep ourselves healthy, we have to keep a balanced diet, which comprise of protein, fat, and carbohydrate. So yeah, you can eat anything, whatever you want, but avoid junk food and all. Yeah, you can eat junk food. Even I eat burger, pizza, cake, but it should be in a limited manner.
Green.
Avoid avoid fizzy drinks which are not good for our health, and this might give you thunder for some time, but in the long run, this cause lot of health issues to ourselves. And to maintain our mental health, one should start doing meditation, or you can start doing 5 to 10 minutes of breathing exercise. There are many people who shy away from doing these things, and they might be having mental disorder like depression and OCD and other things. So if you can't do these things, why don't you talk to your friends or family members? They will help yourself
Amber.
in this manner. So with this, I would like to tell, mental health and physical health both are important to us, and we should follow this regime. And I would like to quote Martin Luther King. He once said, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't run, crawl. But do at least whatever it is required to keep yourself healthy. Over to you, Toastmaster Srinu. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Fidel giving a excellent claps by finger clapping. Okay, everyone can try this. Okay, thank you, Fidel, for innovative clapping. Okay, thank you, Mayur, for sharing wonderful tips. I agree, physical and mental activity make us strong and fit. Okay, let's move on to the second speaker. Now, I would like to request Toastmaster Vandana to read out the guidelines of speaker 2.
Hello everyone, so I'll be the evaluator for Toastmaster Joseph today. The speaker is attempting his L2P1 speech, understanding your communication style. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his or her primary style. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share the impact of his or her style on others, and this is not necessarily a report on content of understanding your communication project. Srinu, would you be introducing the title, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Over to you, Toastmaster Srinu. Thank you.
Thank you, Vandana, for that. Now, coming to the speaker, this gentleman reached all the peaks in his life over 80 years. Still, he always grounded. He most adorable and admirable personality I never met. And he's the architect engineer for so many famous searches across the globe. And today he's going to highlight the importance of the professional engineer as to be professional engineering. Why? Because these engineers are responsible during the project execution, which cost $1 billion. With a speech title, Challenge of Overseas Jobs. Challenge of Overseas Jobs by Toastmaster Joseph. Toastmaster Joseph, over to you.
Today, I'm going to talk about the challenge of overseas job. It's because the job that we are going to do in overseas is totally different from the job we are doing in India. Our code of practice, Indian code of practice, and therefore the specification also differs while doing or executing any job in India, which is different from the job in Saudi Arabia. I was recruited there during the year 1986 by one French company, which was for Hail electrification project in Saudi Arabia. What I learned was that they are practicing the American code of practice, and also there are a lot of things that goes into the electrical projects which we have to learn as a civil engineer. The civil engineering part in India is different from what we are executing when we are in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, every electromechanical project, one has to know how the machines are working and what are their dynamic load conditions on a civil structure, and what are the other forces acting on the civil structure when you are constructing or reviewing a design of a electromechanical plant. So fortunately, I got an experience by working 10 years on the power plant, transmission lines, and also some of the electromechanical projects which are undertaken in Saudi Arabia. So one day I was spared by the company and I was also looking for a job. I could see the ad from a German company called Fischner. They are the pioneers in the desalination unit, desalination plant construction. Saline Water Conversion Corporation is the government organization which purifies the water from the seawater to the drinking water supply to Saudi Arabian towns and cities. So I applied for it and I was immediately selected because of my 10 years experience. So when I was selected, I was asked to go through the construction, issued for construction drawings because the project is ongoing already. So when I joined, I replaced a British engineer because he was not satisfactory to the client. So when I went through some of the construction, issued for construction drawings, I found a flaw. This flaw is not usually happens, but it seems to be a sort of misconception in the design for the plant itself. The flaw is that the entire control room, which is the heart of the power plant, has been isolated from the plant itself, which is not regular. It has to be the part and parcel of the entire plant, because the control system for each unit is separately identified and it is being observed about the proper functioning of the plant itself. Since the plant has got 4 units in total length, therefore the control room is also divided into 4 different controlling systems in each part of the unit. Therefore, not only that one, the operator has to observe what are the readings that he sees on a TV monitor for the proper functioning of the mechanical units and the electrical units and so on and so forth. So he also has to physically inspect the working of the plant itself, which has not been provided for him. Therefore, I immediately asked one of my German manager who was sitting in another city. So he asked me to come to him and explain what is my problem. So I told him that if, sir, we are isolating the control room, which is not a satisfactory design. We have to have the physical inspection also of the plant while the plant is running. It may happen that since the ambient runs at 50 degrees centigrade, we cannot only watch the monitor, we can also have a physical inspection. Even sometimes the plant is also, in overall, there is problem happens in the overhead cranes which are functioning. If any mishap happens, we will not be in a position to immediately detect. Therefore, we need access to the mechanical plant also. Then they refer to the German office where the design was done. So I have to explain to them that what are the features that is necessary, and therefore it is compulsory that we should connect the control room. Then everyone has been agreed upon, and finally we come to a conclusion. Then how to implement this one? Because the contractor will ask a time extension, also the cost factor, and so on and so forth. What I told them was it is not necessary to extend the time. It is not necessary for the cost effect. It is also not necessary to stop construction. We can continue this and still we can implement. So we went and to the client and I explained to the client what are the factors that is foreseen because of this isolation, and if it is joined, how we can help ourselves in any mishap. So the client also agreed about my proposal. So we all concluded that it has to go on. So we changed the drawings by DRN, that is documental revision control, where you don't have to revise the entire drawing, only a part of it will be done. There were 2,000 drawings for all sorts of disciplines. So we started doing that. We never stopped the construction. We never stopped the timings or anything, revised the drawing. The smaller drawings will be, the DRN will be revised, and later on it will be implemented in the as-built drawing. So that was my suggestion, and this was accepted by them. So everything was done and everything was accepted, and we started working. And the plant was perfectly done in accordance with my proposal, even though I am a small man, but the German Fischner was the pioneer in desalination unit and made inattentively that problem. So in that manner, I succeeded in putting them all my proposals, and it has done very well. Thank you for this.
Toastmaster George, sir. Thanks for avoiding such a pure quality. Can everyone go on mute? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Joseph, for sharing such a wonderful experience. You are shared the real story, and you avoided so much of some poor quality. Yeah, let's move on to the next speaker. That is Toastmaster. Uh, that is now I would like to request Toastmaster Vinay for share out the guidelines. Vikram to share out the guidelines of the speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you. I'm audible.
Yes, go ahead.
So the speaker Deepa is attempting a speech from the advanced manual called Communicating on Video. And this speech is all about straight talk. And the objectives for the speech are as follows: to effectively present an opinion or a viewpoint in a short time, to simulate giving a presentation as part of a television broadcast. The timer, please note that the time limit is up to 3 minutes. So you can show a green flag at 2, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3, grace period of 30 seconds. Thank you. All the best, speaker.
Thank you, Vikram. Coming to the speaker, she is most inspiring personality. Why I will tell you. Just 3 weeks back, she completed the CC. Today, she is in the ACP manual. See the commitment levels. And during this COVID situation, she started flying across the seas. She covered most of the meetings over the seas, and she is also our past PR and current VP membership. And even today, you are seeing the members up to 19-20 members just because of our diligent work by our VP membership. She is none other than Toastmaster Deepa with a speech title Straight Talk. Straight Talk by Toastmaster Deepa. Put your hands together for Deepa. Yeah,
Thank you,
Deepa.
Toastmasters, and thank you, Srinu. Is my voice clear? Shall I start off?
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening. Welcome to the Monday evening edition of Straight Talk. Today, I would like to bring to focus a silent, devastating, yet controllable danger that's looming right behind us called antibiotic resistance. You all have heard about antibiotic resistance, I'm sure. What is it all about? People fall sick, they're prescribed antibiotics, but they fail to treat. Why? Because bacteria has become immune to the antibiotic. Now, resistance is a normal thing, but what we're experiencing is accelerated resistance. There are three main reasons behind antibiotic resistance. One is overprescription of antibiotics by medical personnel. Second, patients do not follow the cycle of antibiotics. And the third one, which is going to be the focus of my editorial today, is factory-style production of meat. We all know the dangers or the implications of live animal markets. The Hunan wildlife market responsible for COVID-19 is still very fresh in our memories. Live animals, when they are crowded, caged, or wounded, are breeding grounds for diseases. What happens in a factory-styled meat production facility is a tad bit less crowded than the live animal markets. Take, for example, poultry farms. Here, they take chickens, they hatched out of the eggs in the thousands, and then they feed it with a continuous fattening diet just so that their thighs and wings become really fat. Why? Because they have to gain weight. And fresh air. As a result, what happens? Their immunity is low. And yet, factories are able to rear these chickens because every day in the feed, they continuously fed a steady stream of antibiotics. And all these antibiotics, what happens to them? It gets into our bodies when we consume it. Not just us, the excrement of these animals become fertilizers in fields and also result in reaching the water bodies and plant produce. Now, this is a very serious issue. Right now, 250,000 deaths could be prevented just by curtailing the amount of antibiotic usage. And right now, new antibiotics that are coming up are not meeting the demand to replace the old antibiotics, and therefore we must be extremely careful. And it's very important to also note that 80% of antibiotics in the world is not for human consumption. It is for animal produce. So what can we do to prevent this or to decelerate this? We can demand freestyle chickens and meats raised in a natural habitat, hygienic and safely raised. Second, we can reduce the pressure over the factory style production by reducing our intake of non-vegetarian food. And the third is to be willing to give more money for the same, because factory style facilities is running all because it provides cheaper meat. Now, one's food is a highly personal choice, but it does help to exercise caution and remember that nature provides us for our needs and not our greed. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa, for sharing such a wonderful story. Thank you so much. Now, before moving to the next segment, I want to share two more pillars. The two more pillars are community. Second C is community. Why I'm telling community is growing without community is non-sustainable, because usually one day I was super excited. I don't eat, I don't sleep, and I do so much work, and next day, dumb. Completely I stop. Whatever I was super excited, I want to learn, that's it. And day before, next day, it will go. That degrade the performance. Next day, slow. So if we are the part of the community, other people will lift you when you are at low. And coming to second C, consistency. Usually for inspiration, I watch so many inspiring videos on YouTube. I was super excited, especially if you watch World Champion of Public Speaking. I was like mind-boggling, 5 to 7 minutes speech, and the inspiration also last only 5 to 7 minutes. After that, it's again normal. So, my dear Toastmasters, you remember these threes. First one is coaching. Whatever you want to learn, are you getting coaching for that? Second thing, community. Are you part of any community? Third one is consistency. We can't do everything at one day. Little by little, we have to go long. And I applied these three things recently. I got a beautiful result. I will share after the exciting session. And coming to the second session, that is sizzling, boggling, and puzzling session, that is table topics. Today, I'm presenting you a special person. He is from Amadeus Mic Drop Club. He's a product owner. He's a software development. His hobbies is changing over time. What an amazing hobby. And currently in lockdown time, he's playing chess, online watching random videos. That is how he is spending the time. I asked, what is your biggest dream? I was so surprised with the answer. His desire is to bring out about lasting positive change in the world, whatever way he can. He is none other than Toastmaster Vinay SP. Put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Vinay. Over to you.
Thank you, Timon. Am I audible to you?
Just a minute. I think I'll have to share the objectives of his project.
Yeah, Rahul, share it.
I'm sorry to intervene because this is not a normal table topic session. This is a project that Vinay is attempting. Vinay is currently pursuing his innovative planning pathways path, and he's attempting his level 3, which is an elective of active listening. So the purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his or her ability to listen to what others say. So looking forward to an exciting table topic session. and how you execute that. Over to you, Tia Modi.
Yeah, Vinay, are you ready? Yes, let's attack.
Sure. All right, guys, let's start off with our table topic session. Today, I'm going to theme it around success as a choice. So, let me start off with a quote here. Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, godlike feature that only the special among us will ever taste. It's something that truly exists within all of us. These are the words of Will Smith, and I believe they hold relevance in all of our lives today. Now, we had a brilliant Timot speak about 3 pillars of success. I believe these are extrinsic, but we also have intrinsic qualities within ourselves that enable us to be the champions of the world in whatever we do. Many times, people get lost in the pursuit of success, wander, waver, and later call it quits. But there's the one person who go with laser-like focus, unwavering tenacity, and a can-do attitude to bring about what they want. Today's table topics is a note to those geniuses, those visionaries, those rebels, whom we all believe are the epitome of success and their underlying virtues. So let me give you a simple example of how this table topics is going to work. First of all, you volunteer or I pick you out, and then I give you a virtue, and you have to talk about the person and why you believe that this person is the true epitome of that virtue and why you believe so. So let me give you an example. So I give you the virtue of never giving up or resilience. So you speak about any person, living, dead, alive, fictional character, anything under the sun, and talk about why you believe he is the epitome of resilience. So for me, that would be this anime character called Naruto. So I would speak about him. So do you have any questions with the format of this table topic, which I can address here?
Yeah, we are good. We are good. Go ahead.
Okay, so without much further ado, let's start off. I already have a list of people that I have to pick from our brilliant team out here. So I'll start off with that. First, I'd like to call Yasmin. Yasmin, if you want to take up this topic.
Yes, of course.
Okay, let me just open my list here. And yeah, so the virtue for you would be perseverance.
Perseverance. I think that the person that first comes to my mind would be my grandmother, who passed last year. She lived in a time that everything was very difficult. And coming from Mexico, we have a lot of traditions and when she had 5 kids, and she was married to my grandfather, and at some point she decided to separate from him. Back then, people didn't do that. So she took the kids away from my grandfather. They obviously had issues. I don't have the details about it, but she was strong enough to raise 5 kids in a Mexican society that really rejected people, and especially single women with kids. So she really took, she took the care of the kids. They all ended up being good kids, and I think she's the best example for me to when I think of someone that it was very persevering in my family. She, as I said, unfortunately, she passed last year, but I think she left that legacy to all her grandkids. That's basically it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yasmin, and my deep condolences to you. It's always family that perseveres no matter what. So they're there right from the beginning of your journey to the end of your journey, and family perseveres through all together. So thank you for that enthralling speech. And let's move to the next person. Whom do we have here? So do we have Navya here? Navya, would you like to give it a go? Navya, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the virtue for you would be integrity.
I have seen this quality with my mother. She was a teacher, a government servant, and she was teaching students who are
Navya, you're a bit inaudible, so if you could speak up.
not audible. Not audible?
Yeah,
How is it
you're
now?
not audible.
Now
It's a
also?
little better, yeah.
Uh, the quality of integrity I have seen in my mother, who is a government servant, a teacher, who was teaching students who were living in an extremely below poverty level, who were from backward communities. So she was a very dedicated teacher. She was very honest, so that she was trying to teach those students for extra hours. Who was committed, so much committed to her teaching and towards the moral principles. For me, she was the ideal person whom I can, whom I, uh, whom I always admire a lot. Her teaching skills and the way she's committed to her job.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navya. Well, it's a story, right? Everyone has some essence of integrity, but that only comes out when you face adversity. When you are challenged with the mightiest of opponents, that's only when you realize that you have these virtues you have to stick by and these values which you have to adhere to. So your mother's story was a testament to that, I believe, Navya. So let's go on with the next speaker now. So just give me a minute. So would Bharat like to give it a go?
No problem. Please carry on.
Yeah. So the virtue for you would be grace.
Fellow Toastmasters, looking into what we are doing today, becoming leaders. Toastmasters makes us leaders. It's not about public speaking. And one of the essence of a leader is very graceful. When I was young, just in college, I met a professor. He taught me the lesson of my life. I was trying to copy something he is asking and not very attentive. And when he asked me something, I'm just checking here and there to find notes of my friends to answer him. Caught red-handed, don't know what to do.
Green.
Feeling very embarrassed. First year in college, the professor just ignored. Moved on. Did not say anything to me. I was wondering, what kind of a professor is he? Here I am not attentive in class, and he is trying to give me all the support, not shouting at me. Anyway, the class finishes, we move out, we forget the incidents. Another day, I go up to him for some assignment. And that is the time he said, Bharat, do meet me after you finish this assignment. That is the time he tells me, Bharat, don't think people don't see you. But you have to understand, you have to be attentive in the class. If he would have shouted at me at that day, I would not have learned anything from him. He was so graceful and he took upon himself not to forget it and point to me in a very graceful manner. This is a real example of a leader. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. That was really something which exemplified grace. And speaking of grace, it's not grace when the times you're happy or established at work, but it's grace under pressure. And best example I can give you for that is today when there was an interview with New Zealand's PM Jacinda Ardern. There was a 5.8 magnitude earthquake that happened, and she just spoke through it. So grace under pressure is the real skill for leaders and people who aspire to be successful. That I believe that should be truly embraced. Now, without much further, let's go to the next one. So, do we have Tikam? I hope I'm saying that right. Tikam Jain, who, if you want to speak.
Can you hear me?
It's a bit muffled, so could you be a bit loud? I think you're on mute, Tikam.
Trying to
All
do
right.
that.
So, the virtue for you would be tenacity.
Tenacity.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Good evening, Toastmaster and fellow guests. I'm audible to you?
Yes.
Yeah. So, tenacity basically, I'll tell you a story of history. I just go back, long back. A person who has been failed in age of 21 of his business, and on age of 23rd he has failed as a legislative race, and again on age of 24 he has failed in his business. So and at age of 27 again he failed in his death of his sweetheart has been died. So this was continued. He failed again and again, and continuously he failed. So, and on the age of 45, he has been failed as a elected president also. And age of the 52, he has been elected as a U.S. president.
Great.
So this story tells that you have to just a failure does not mean that it's everything end. You have to continue till when you will be succeed in your life. So this is the main thing. So and that person name is Abraham Lincoln, who was the U.S. President. So we have to try for each and everything. Up to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster. Well, you took the right person, which I believe Abraham Lincoln was the person who exemplified tenacity. Despite facing hardships from the age of 22 to 64, he persevered and he became the man we know all yesterday. Well, in the interest of time, let's keep it to one more table topic. And I already have a person here lined up. So, Taz, would you like to give it a go?
Yes, sure. I would love to give it a go.
So, the virtue for you would be pragmatic or pragmatism.
Pragmatism. Okay, so to be pragmatic, I have a great experience of my personal life. I have had to work internationally for a lot of my projects. And it has been bringing different people from different walks of life and trying to bring them into one ability or to bring them as a team. And this is something that I used to find really challenging. And eventually, with a lot of practice and with a lot of hard work, I created an amazing experience with a very difficult project that I had. And I had 16 people with different languages that came together, and we achieved this project, and none of them actually spoke clearly with each other in individual languages. So we didn't have a language as common.
Great.
So this is how we tried really hard to come together and achieve this project. And we did in the end, and we won an international award on that project, which I was very, very pleased and very excited in doing that. And it was an avant-garde experiential, piece of work of art for me. And I really, really enjoyed it. That experience was something that taught me quite a bit in life. And I think made a man out of me as well. Not that I was a woman before. Thank you very much, Toastmaster. Thanks.
Thank you, Taz. That was really an interesting story to hear about. And there's one thing I'd like to take away from here is we don't really have to talk about fairy tales of someone else. We always make our own fairy tales. So that was really inspiring. And I think that's about it from me. I hope you had a nice time with this little intriguing table topics which I planned. And you've been a lovely audience. So thank you for this opportunity, and over to your team on.
Thank you, Vinay. Such a wonderful, wonderful session. My dear members, how do we wish our Vinay for such a wonderful session? Give a big round of applause once again. Thank you so much. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the final segment, that is general evaluation. Now, I would like to request Toastmaster Milind and his team to take over this virtual stage and share his evaluation. Over to you, Milind.
Thank you, Toastmasters Vinu Babu. Can you hear me? Great.
Yes, yes.
So
we couldn't see you. Milind, we couldn't see you. Video is off.
There is some challenge at my end. So I'm requesting the evaluator for the first speech, Toastmaster Chinmay. Please proceed with your evaluation for Toastmaster Chinmay. For you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Can I go?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Chinmay. Milind, we can see you now.
So to my target speaker, Toastmaster Mayor, congrats for completing your part 1 of L1P2 evaluation and feedback. Your speech was filled with avant-garde. You started with a question. It was a very good approach, and your speech was very informative. The audience could easily connect. I easily connected to your speech. I would like to give some suggestions. Like you are a bit slow. I felt that you are a bit slow, and you started with a question, but you didn't took a pause to hear the answer from the audience, and the clarity of your voice was a bit low, and you're taking too many pauses. I felt that you're taking too many pauses there, and to come back to the positive side, the transition from the exercise to the story part was really good, and the speech was really well structured. As I said, your speech was very informative, and I got some tips to instead of taking a lot of pauses, you can instead of telling and so and repeating some words, you can take some pauses. But you're and I like that you ended with a quote. It left audience very like very thoughtful about it. Um, in your place, I would do the same thing. You did a very good job. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to hear you from. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Chinmay, for your excellent, pertinent evaluation for Toastmaster Mayur. Very good. It was where you highlighted his plus points, also gave very relevant suggestions to him on regarding his pauses and other unnecessary fillers. So with that, I'm quite sure Mayur will take his speeches to his next level. As far as Toastmaster Mayur is concerned, kudos to you to select a perfect selection of a topic which is more relevant of this 40 to 60 days of lockdown. People are quite nervous, frustrated. So you had given a very valid and easy solution how one can be physically fit, which will not only help them in their fitness, but also in their mental positive attitude. And you took us through the journey with various exercises. You stood, while giving a speech, I really admired. You were standing all along and you were showing your movements. So kudos to you. I look forward for great speeches from you. Within the first month of your joining Toastmaster, you're just going ahead. So you're on the right track. So please join me in welcoming, in applauding Toastmaster Mayur and his evaluated Toastmaster Chinmay. Now I'm requesting the second evaluator, Toastmaster Vandana. Over to Toastmaster Vandana.
Good evening, Toastmasters. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay. So living in a different country where you're not a citizen and then kind of find yourself, especially at a time when Indians were as employees, and to make a space for yourself, a name for yourself, it is a wonderful thing to share about how you were successful in business. Personally, I have tried to work in a country in the East, and it never worked out for me. So it is nice to hear such inspiring stories. And the speaker today is one of my favorite people who has a lot of experiences to share from his many years of work. And even from a time when you talk about 1986, I'm thinking, okay, how many years? I'm like one digit years at the time. Sharing personal stories helps to the audience.
Vandana, muted yourself. Vandana, you need to unmute yourself. I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? It seems like someone is trying to mute me. Okay, so the thing is, I have observed many of your previous speeches where voice clarity was a concern only not because you don't have a good voice, but just specifically to the headset you were using. So today your voice just boomed and connected with us. There was eye contact. Your well-dressed entry kind of makes a wonderful impact, and we love to look at you and listen to what you have to say. You use some hand gestures. If I would suggest some improvements is when you started off by again repeating the title of the speech as a sentence, I would say that you would want to really focus on how can you make that entry with your wonderful personality and wonderful voice. How can you make it more impactful? Great. How can you use vocal variety in a way that when you're trying to say certain dialogues that you spoke to your superiors or your bosses, how can you use that as so I told to my boss, and then you can change your voice. So I think I should do this study and probably come back with you to the results. So from your monotonous voice of reporting your story, you can switch to a more dialogue mode. And I would say that I think you will use this exercise to kind of analyze what kind of communication style that you would like to go for. It was very direct, analytic. Audience awareness was great, but for someone, a non-technical person, for me, there were points in the speech where I disconnected. Not having worked in the particular field that you were talking about. I would say you could work on pacing yourself. At the end, when you rush to an end and you increase your speed, how can you better pace yourself so that you end the speech comfortably? Best of luck, Toastmaster Joseph. Over to you, Toastmaster Milind.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vandana, for your excellent evaluation. Highlighted his version of his speech, give a very constructive feedback to Toastmaster Joseph. As far as Toastmaster Joseph was concerned, you highlighted how flexibility is so relevant. I could recall table topic masters, topic of virtues. You highlighted that how a person all the way from India going there and being flexible with a German company, a French company, come out in flying colors. It was a very example. It was really a motivational speech also to us, how to be flexible and be practical in every place where you go. So let's give a lot of applause to Toastmasters as well as to Toastmasters. Now, may I request Toastmaster Vikram give his evaluation for Toastmaster Deepa.
Thank you, Milind, for introducing me. So, thanks. First of all, thanks to my target speaker, Deepa. Deepa, are you there? So, my evaluation, and thanks to you for bringing out a very wonderful topic on antibiotic resistance, and it was much needed for in these days. For my evaluation, I'll divide my evaluation to three parts. First is good points. Second is the recommendations. And third, I will summarize my evaluation. So coming to the good points in your speech that I observed was that you were thoroughly involved in your topic, in your presentation as a news editor. Very well done. Second thing, there was a message in your speech at the end. That is, nature provides her needs and not her greeds. Excellent work done on that part. The third which I liked in that part was that you highlighted the issues of antibiotic resistance. First, you told about the reasons. Then you gave examples that Wuhan market, animals getting infected with antibiotics into our bodies. And third, you gave the solutions. So your speech was very well organized in that way. So you highlighted the issue. Next thing which I liked in your speech was your rate of the speech was perfect. So we as an audience could listen to the news editorial from your speech. So your speech was perfectly fine and the rate was excellent. So these are the factors which I liked in your speech. Now, to make your speech from very good to the best, here are my recommendations. So recommendations are, the topic was perfect about antibiotic resistance. Very, very good job done on that part. But the topic also required, as per the objectives, a reaction on presenting the editorial. Reaction in the sense, the emotions. I felt that in your speech, the emotions were not coming out. The emotions were not in sync with the body language. For example, when you started, good evening. So it was just natural, good evening. So you just bring out the emotions. Good evening, viewers. And one more example I would like to tell. This is a very serious issue. This is a very serious issue. So bring out the voice modulation in that. So I felt that emotions were lacking in your speech. So if you bring out the emotions, the audience will tend to react in your as per your and by listening to your speech. So emotions are very much important. Second thing, the start of your speech, the start and ending of the speech. The start of your speech was, you might have heard about antibiotic resistance. For example, your speech should be so effective that the audience should react in the first initial instances. For example, antibiotic resistance is a major cause of concern nowadays for the overuse of antibiotics. So if you anticipate the need of reaction, the stress for the issue of antibiotic resistance, then the audience will definitely react. And the conclusion, you gave a message in the end, but the conclusion the straight talk topic was not in sync with the conclusion. You might have concluded in this way. Dear friends, so listen to my straight talk episodes. Next week, I'll bring out an episode on straight talk, which is on another issue on antibiotics or on tourism, something like that. So you should end the speech with in sync with the title of the speech, straight talk. That was not there. Third thing, quote the source. You had quoted some source in your speech, 80% of the antibiotics resistance, but where was the source quoted? If you had quoted the source, then it would have been more effective. So all in all, to summarize, excellent speech done, very well organized speech. Focus on your emotions, the start, the conclusion, and quoting the source. What to you, Toastmaster, General Letter Toastmaster Milind?
Many thanks, Toastmaster Vikram. I'll stop my video because there's some challenge at my end. I really like Toastmaster Vikram, the way you elaborated all the plus points of Toastmaster Deepa's speech, and the way you highlighted the areas for improvement, the specific things, introduction, that emotion, and you in fact gave some practical examples to him. I'm sure Toastmaster Deepa will take your suggestions in a very positive manner and will make sure that our next speech will be as emotional and as empathetic as it should be. So let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Deepa, very relevant speech on a very important thing, because nowadays medicines after medicines, or even what we hear, we're just forgetting what we should not take and what we should take. So let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Deepa as well as Toastmaster. Now I'm requesting Toastmaster Rahul to evaluate
Am I visible and audible? Okay, I'm good to go. There's some disturbance. I could not hear completely.
Please proceed.
Okay, beginning with this. Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here. Toastmaster Vinay's table topic session, the table topic session in itself was an avant-garde with regard to the way he experimented and he brought in new ideas. To begin with, I'd be splitting my evaluation in two parts. One, the first part being how, in general, his structuring of the entire table topic session was, and the second part being specifics to the objective of the projects that he had that he was attempting today. So to begin with, the table topic session in general, he had a great beginning. He had a theme to his own entire table topic session to begin with, and then he connected his theme to the theme of the meeting. That was something that was a smart move by Vinay, I would say. And then he began with how his theme with a quote from Will Smith. So that's where I would say that was a great beginning to introducing how the role that you'll be playing and how you're engaging the audience to directing him to a specific theme. Coming on to the content, I believe the choice of topics was something great with regard to the simple single word topics that he was given, and he expected people to respond with the personal story or a connection where they found this virtue to be exhibited by someone. He responded positively to the table topic sessions for every speaker that came on, and then the way he responded to them, acknowledged them, and the way he responded was something beautiful, I felt, because after every table topic speech, he had a reference to what they said, and not only what they said, but he also had his viewpoint with regard to what he thought about the topic. And towards the end, towards the closing, I think there was a beautiful, simple closing with regard to acknowledging the entire audience for the role that they played and thanking them for being a wonderful audience. Now, coming on to the specifics of the project deals with active listening. So to begin with, I've already told about the fact that he responded actively, and he responded by taking the names of people who participated in the project, who participated in the table topics, and he also gave in his viewpoint with regard to how beautiful their response was. So two things that I would say, what I liked about his active listening style was he asked to begin with, when he introduced his role, he began with asking a question, and that's a great part of active listening. He began by asking, do you have any questions to the theme that I have or the way I'm going to execute this table topics? So that was a great beginning. And then he acknowledged every speaker, and he exhibited the speaker's emotion to what they said and connected it to his story or his philosophy. Then coming on to the things that I felt could have been a little better was that two things. When you're responding to someone, it's always better to respond with a personal story or a connect to what the other person is saying rather than having another philosophy to it or adding to it. Because it's a table topics, you know the topics, and when you're responding, it feels like you're giving a prepared speech, a 2-liner or 3-liner for every speech that has been given. You acknowledge them, I agree. But what you could develop over that is from what the person has said, and that's where it will be connected to what the person is saying. And one technical improvement that you could focus on is the general format in the way table topics is given is that we talk of Toastmaster or guest topic and the topic Toastmaster again. So that's a basic technical format that we could follow given it's a standard. All in all, I would say it was a great session of table topics that you organized. And I believe with the response that you had, you are an active listener. And I believe you passed through this project with flying colors. Over to you, Table Topics Master. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Many thanks, Toastmaster, and for your excellent evaluation. It seems that the virtue of active listener, you also absorb totally, right from the quote of Willie Smith and everything, inculcating those virtues in yourself, demonstrating you were a model evaluator. Beautiful job done, Rahul Jain. And of course, the table topic master. He took the entire thing. Of course, what Rahul Jain said was right. It was totally different, out of place, but relevant for today's. And where you enjoy, we thoroughly enjoyed. And we were motivated, each of the back to them, whether it was some grandmother or some family member. So it was touching the heart of the topic speaker. Came on board and gave their experiences and shared it. It was extremely touching. So let's give a lot of applause to Toastmaster Vinay as the table topic master and his evaluator, Toastmaster Rahul. Now is the time for my tag team. So may I request the timer Toastmaster Ashwin to highlight what was give your report today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Milind. Good evening all. So here is my timer report. In terms of prepared speeches, all of the speakers were within the time limits. I'll just read out the times for individual speakers. Mayur took 6 minutes and 43 seconds. Joseph took 7 minutes and 11 seconds. Deepa took 3 minutes and 25 seconds, all within the specified time limits. In terms of table topic session, Bharat exceeded the time limits by like 4 seconds. The rest, all of them are within the time limits. I'll just read out the individual timings. Yasmin, 1 minute 35 seconds. Navya, 1 minute 12 seconds. Bharat, 2 minutes 34 seconds. Tikam, 1 minute 32 seconds. Taz, 1 minute and 45 seconds. In terms of evaluation, Chinmay took 2 minutes 28 seconds. Vandana took 3 minutes 20 seconds. Vikram took 3 minutes 28 seconds, and Rahul 3 minutes 25 seconds, all within the specified time limits. That's the timer report that I have, and over to you, Toastmaster Milind.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwin, for being good listener and effectively implementing the role. It's the first Toastmasters meeting where I'm noticing we tried to implement this new system, and it was perfectly done to the T. So kudos to Toastmaster Ashwin for beautifully doing this timer's role. I remember Toastmaster Svinu telling me in advance that you being a techie smart guy, that's why our presiding officer, president, had given this role specifically for you, and you did not let us down. Many thanks, Toastmaster Ashwin. Now, I'm going to counter Toastmaster Ashwini to give her report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Milind. To start with, Mayur, there definitely was a lot of pauses, and especially when he said so, it was a long pause, and was used multiple times, and the filler words like and because were also used many times, and because. Now coming to Mr. Joseph's speech was to the T. There were not too many pauses, at the same time no filler words and crutch words, so it was overall a good speech in terms of CRPF was concerned. Now coming to Deepa, again it was a wonderful speech with a slight of used in between, as a crutch word. Apart from that, it was just right. Hello.
Master Ashwini, for your detailed
Yeah.
and you highlighted the importance and you encouraged them. It was very positive information which you shared. Great job done. So let's give a lot of applause to Postmaster Ashwini.
Thank you.
Now we come to our grammarian for the day, all the way from 7 Seas, Toastmaster Federal. Toastmaster
Thank you.
Federal.
Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. So starting with our first speaker, Toastmaster Mayur, there were a number of grammatical errors that I picked up. First of all, you said keeping themselves to fit in instead of keeping themselves fit. You also said you can run at home at one place. I think the expression is to run on the spot, not to run at one place. Your health is crucial to, why health is crucial to everyone's life? You stated the question in that way. The proper way to state that question is, why is health crucial to everyone's life? And I picked up that there was a pattern in which you state questions, which was you move the verb a little bit too far to the end. So you said why health is crucial to everyone's life, why meditation is required. You have to bring the verb a little bit earlier. You have to say, why is meditation required? Why is health crucial to everyone's life? Also, you said when I was 17 years old, it should have been when I was 17 years old. Number of other errors. I think the other big pattern which I noticed was your use of articles, definite articles and indefinite articles, are, and the. Many times you would leave them out of the sentence. So for instance, you'd say, food plays very crucial role in people's lives, instead of saying food plays a very crucial role in people's lives. So another one, this helps family members to reduce burden on only one person when you're speaking about chores. So you left out the definite article. This helps, you should have said, this helps family members to reduce the burden on only one person. So I'd just like to encourage you to pay attention, especially to the use of articles. They, the, are, and an in your sentences. Moving on to Toastmaster Joseph. There were very few mistakes in your speech, just nitpicking really. So for instance, you said it has to be the part and parcel of the entire plant instead of saying it has to be a part and parcel of the entire plant. You also said everyone has been agreed upon. We finally came to a conclusion. I think you meant everything has been agreed upon. You also said what are the factors that is foreseen in this operation? Should have been what are the factors that are foreseen in this operation? Moving on to TM Deepa, I'm not sure whether this, you use this expression, you said a tad bit less crowded. I suspect the correct expression is a tad less crowded or a bit less crowded. But I've heard many people combining tad and bit and saying a tad bit, but I'm not sure if that's correct or not. I think it's something worth checking. You also said they get very little of sunshine and fresh air. They get very little sunshine and fresh air. Then you said 80% of antibiotics in the world is not for human consumption. For consumption, it should have been 80% of antibiotics in the world are not for human consumption. Moving on to Vinay, the table topics. You use I like the use of vocabulary. You use the word epitome thrice. The first time you used it, you mispronounced it, and then you caught yourself the second time around. So I think it's one of those words you have in mind, but it was fantastic. I was happy to see that because I made a note of it, then you corrected it. You also used the word enthralling. And I think this evening's meeting, you had the widest range of vocabulary, and for that I commend you. And just one little thing which I picked up, you said, without much further, let's go on to the next speaker. I think it's without much further ado or any further ado. Yasmin, your story was so touching and moving that I lost track of paying attention because I was listening to you speak about your grandmother. So I'm sorry. I'll do better next time. Navia, you broke up quite a lot as you were speaking. The only error I caught was you said so much committed to her teaching. And I think the correct expression is so committed to her teaching. Bharat, speaking about grace, you said one of the essence of a leader is very graceful. I think it's one of the essence. It should be it should be the essence of a leader is grace. So that sentence was a little bit clunky. Tikam, when you were speaking, I think you need to pay attention. There's something which you kept repeating. You said on the age of 21, on the age of 24, speaking about Abraham Lincoln. On the age of 45, it was a failure. On the age. It should be at the age, not on the age. So that's something which you should pay attention to. As you speak, Taz, in your table topics, you use the word of the day. Congratulations. Well done. I think you're the first person to use the word of the day. This was brilliant. This was fantastic. I was very happy about that. And you made one little tiny error. You said we didn't have a language as common. And I think it was just as you're speaking too quickly because you had limited time. Of course, you know the expression is we didn't have a language in common. And in the interests of time, I could go a little bit into the evaluations. Chinmay, you used the word of the day once. Fantastic. Well done. Then a few mistakes here and there, but nothing really major. And Vikram, in your evaluation, you said your rate of speech was perfect. Someone doesn't actually have a rate of speech. It's your rate of speaking was perfect, not your rate of speech was perfect. And then Rahul, beautiful evaluation. You used the word of the day once. For that, I'd like to commend you. Very happy about that. And that concludes my role as the grammarian for the evening. Thank you very much.
Wow, Toastmaster Fiddle. What a grammar lesson was. And we have a recording and we take a transcript of your session for every word and every sentence which you were given. And we'll go through it. We can have one session specifically on your suggestions. Excellently done. And your listening skill and everything was forward to you. We already had one grammarian in our club. Now we see you are competing. You are really enjoy you as a grammarian. Great job done. Now please give a lot of applause, thundering applause to Toastmaster Fiddle.
Can I please just request a...
Yeah, brother, are you saying something, Taj? Please unmute yourself, Taj. Can't hear you. Are you able to hear Taj? He's saying something.
No, his mic is off.
No, my mic is not off. My mic
Now is okay. Now is okay. We can hear.
Can you please ask Joseph to turn off the background music? There's a lot of noise in the background. Can you hear me?
Okay. Right. So now, as a Sinu Baba, just make a note that my battery is fast coming to an end. So I may just go off. So just please continue in case I lose contact. So today's meeting, general as an evaluator. Kudos to Toastmaster Joseph to start the meeting with bang, with energy at 5 o'clock. You just overshouted everyone and took the meeting on. So people were discussing among them. That's a beautiful thing. So you brought that energy and then you introduced the presiding officer. And that was beautifully done. So kudos to you. You even highlighted all those basic principles, even covering the situation in which we are. So you brought the current scenario why we are into the online meetings. That was beautiful. Then coming to the TMOD of the day. He's professional. The way he prepares himself, the way he gets back to every speaker, every role taker, asking their introduction, getting some information about them, and then conducting the entire thing in a very professional manner. It's very inspiring. It was very good. And one good thing about you, I could notice you were standing all through, whereas all of us were sitting. You appeared to be standing. So it's a really good thing. So you're walking the talk. The way you highlighted those 3 pillars, simple thing, but very important and relevant to us. So that was beautifully conducted. I'm just rushing a bit fast. Then we had our table topic master. Of course, I covered him. So now, these are really the quality of the today's meeting. I would say it was top class, and especially with overseas joining and adding salt and spice. This meeting was really. They did this meeting with aplomb. They took the roles, and even as a speaker, each one shared their personal story. I really cherished this meeting. So I'm handing it over to Toastmaster Day, Toastmaster Srinu.
Thank you so much. Such a wonderful session. Each and my personal wish to each and every role taker. Today I was completely delighted the level of the meeting you people conducted, and there are so many milestones in this meeting. First thing is Ashwin took first time timer role after he came back long time, and Ashwini Madhu, she is the joined recently just last week, and it is her first time role. And even Navya also, she is the new member. First time she took the table topics. These new members really inspires the level of quality you people showed on today's meeting. Once again, I request to give a big round of applause to everyone, all the role takers in this meeting. Yeah, thank you so much. And I want to share one final line. So these 3 pillars I implemented. I told you right last month, every day 1,000 skips. Now 3 days back I started every day 100 push-ups. Okay. Then this target every month I will change. This month this target will end on 21st June. Okay, I will update you on 21st June. Even if you forget, I don't forget. Okay, with that, I request to put these 3 pillars. Whatever you want to learn in your life, definitely it will help. It's not just my magic. I took from successful member, one person. Okay, I wish you all the best and stay safe and stay healthy. Over to President Toastmaster Milind.
Toastmaster Srinu.
Yeah. Milind?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Are we having our voting today?
Yes, it is there already. My dear members, voting link is already shared by Deepa. Can you respond with can you cast your vote? Deepa, can you share in the meeting this chart window?
Shall I share the results? So
Okay. Okay, all right.
One thing, okay, before you share the result, I'm requesting all the new members and overseas members to share their contact numbers, etc., so that we can connect with them and we can see them again and again.
Sure. Please, my dear members and brilliant guests, please drop your WhatsApp number. Whenever we need, we may contact you back. And if you need something from our club, we are always ready to help. Okay, please leave your WhatsApp number. We will keep in touch. Thank you, Bharat, for sharing your information, email and WhatsApp. Yeah, Milind, can you take over the presiding formalities? Results are ready.
You can also share your WhatsApp number and email ID, so people can send a mail to you. You don't miss out anyone by mistake or something. Is that okay?
Yes, yeah.
Toastmaster Milind, I'm going to share the results now. Is that fine?
Yeah. Go ahead, Deepa.
All right. So I'll begin with the best tag role player. And this is a unanimous 100%. It goes to Grammarian Toastmaster Fidel. Please give a big round of applause. And the second result I'm going to announce is best evaluator. The best evaluator goes to, again, Toastmaster Rahul. Next goes the best speaker goes to myself. And the best table topic speaker is a tie, and it is a tie between Toastmaster Sanchez and Toastmaster Taz. Congratulations, both of you. And the best role taker goes to Table Topics Master and the active listener, Toastmaster Vinay. I think I'm done with the results. Congratulations, everyone, and I hope to meet you all again pretty soon. Over to Toastmaster Vinay.
Very brilliant meeting today. And thank you, Deepa, for sharing the results on time, in a real-time basis. That was really good job done. With this, I'm concluding meeting number 561.
Yeah, my dear members. Yeah, can everyone turn on the video? We want to capture a photo to share in the social media. Show your best pose, or clap, or do something. Mayur, are you taking Mayur? Can you take? Yeah, Mayur.
Just a minute.
Okay.
Just a minute. Few people came late.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, done.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Masters Babu, for reminding. That's a unique historical meeting for us, with so many horses, Toastmasters coming. So with this, we meet again next Monday, same time, same day. Bye.
Bye. Hey, Fidel. Fidel done? Okay. Yeah, I thought you looks like exactly Arun Beverly. I thought Arun Beverly joined in today's meeting.
Yeah, correct. What you said was absolutely correct.
Hope you also will be the public world champion of public speaker one day. Thanks for joining us and sharing such a wonderful grammarian report.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, Taj, for joining us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, in fact, I had told Bharat to evaluate me, but I think, is he there or he has already left?
He's left.
I just want to say, Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Fidel, I was waiting for you to say something about what I spoke, Fidel.
Sorry?
I was waiting for you to say something about how I spoke.
I was cognizant of the time, and you didn't make any mistakes. You actually didn't make any mistakes, and you were speaking very quickly, which was impressive. That you were speaking quickly and you didn't make mistakes. So I had nothing to say.
Thank you so much. I really
Next time I'll nitpick and I'll find something.
Okay, please do join our meetings.
I will. It was fun. Thank
I
you
hope the
for
time
having me.
is comfortable for you. Yeah.
Yes, it is more or less. Yeah. It's during my lunch break.
Fidel, keep in touch with me. I've sent you my email.
Yes, let me drop you a line just now.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Nice meeting you guys.
Bye, Murtaza. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Okay. Thanks.